Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Mimi. How are my little marshmallows feeling? Squishy? I sure hope so. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to survive STAYVILLE. More or less STAYVILLE 101. Now you might be sitting here confused if you're not into K-pop. You might be sitting here asking yourself, what in the hell is STAYVILLE? I will let you know in just a second. But I'm going to give you tips, tricks, pros, cons, things that can help you float within the community and not sink. So without further ado, we are going to run the intro.
So many questions like what does it all mean? I think we should have stayed homies. Should have never let you in.
So I have my phone right here. I had to switch to my iPad, so if the quality and the angle is different, it's because of that. I apparently don't have enough storage on my phone to be recording, so I'm recording on my iPad. But I have a list of 20 things that I want to kind of touch on, but this is Mimi after recording. I only did 10, so you're not getting 20. But I still love you. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you guys who don't know what STAYVILLE is. So STAYVILLE is a big community of Stay, which is the fandom name that Stray Kids gave to us.
I hope you guys like the name Stay, because Stay, I'll stay.
And it's just literally a fandom within a fandom called STAYVILLE. It's just a bunch of Stay that like to talk about edits or comebacks or their biases. Really just talk about all of the same interests and just get along like one big family. We can come to each other when we're sad, when we're happy, when we're angry, and people are just there for us. So if I talk fast, I am sorry. I do be yapping. And if I do repeat things, please don't judge too hard. I'll try to cut things out so it doesn't last hours. Number one, bias conversations. So people attach their identity to their bias. And it's not just like, I like this member. People see their bias as part of themselves. So when you talk about a member, it can kind of feel personal to them. You can say something like the smallest thing about them and they react like you just questioned their whole personality, or you took a pan to their grandmother's noggin. You know what I mean? It's like, calm down. I will literally sit here and be like, oh, Han is cool. And they'll be like, Han's just cool. No, he's fucking amazing. He's like, da-da. And it's like, baby, I'm not, you want me to get on my knees and grease his feet. Baby, that's not happening. I love all of the boys. I am OT8. Obviously, Felix is my bias. He got me into Stray Kids. S-Class. You guys would have thought God's Menu because of his voice. But no, I don't know why. Something about
I told you we needed
really
more glitter.
I am trailing off. Besides the point. But no, they are attached to their bias. Humor doesn't always translate online, I've noticed. Something that can sound playful in your head, and it can come out competitive or shady in text. So you could be like, my bias clear as a joke, and then someone replies with a serious ass paragraph with like evidence, and they're like, they start pulling up videos of this to show why their bias is better. And it's like, girl, if you are a real Stay, you love them all down. They're all amazing. They are all gorgeous. They all are talented. Conversations turn into comparisons. And even when you are just talking, it can shift into people ranking members unintentionally. And you can mention one member's talent and suddenly it turns into, well, he does this better. And people, like I said, bring receipts. I've seen it so many times. They will start sending links to evidence and it's like, baby, you don't gotta put that on my thread. You know what I mean? Because I didn't ask for that. Mind you, this is my Instagram, quick promo. If you guys also have Threads, it is the same on Threads. It's connected to my Instagram. That is where a lot of the Stay community lurk and are. And I found a lot of friends over there. So definitely follow me over there because I love posting about Stray Kids content over there. Point number 2 to survive STAYVILLE. Now, opinion sharing. Timing affects reaction. Posting an opinion right when something drops can get way stronger reactions than later, especially during comebacks. I've seen you can say something right after a comeback and people are way more intense about it because it's fresh on their mind and they're thinking about it, and then they're like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're right. And it's like, girl, it's my opinion.
That's my opinion!
You know what I mean? But take everything with a grain of salt if you're in STAYVILLE. Try not to start these arguments, girlfriend or boyfriend or person, because baby, I'm trying to just be here and thrive and live. The tone can get amplified online as well. Even with neutral opinions, they can sound harsh depending on how you word it. So when you type out anything within STAYVILLE, make sure you really think about what you're saying before you press that send button and put it out into the online universe. People project their feelings a lot, and someone might respond based on how they feel and not what you actually said. So you can say something calm and they reply emotionally like it was attack on their firstborn. You could say something about a comeback and they're like, what? Burger at the steak! And it's like, God forbid I said Felix's blonde hair eats and I didn't fuck with the black hair real quick. God forbid. Mind you, I do love Felix's black hair. I just had to use that as a thing. So don't come at me, bitch, because I'm not the one to play with. Anyways, agreement is often silent. So you could say something and then somebody can disagree, but people who agree usually don't say anything because they don't want to be in this argument. You can get a few negative replies and then think you're alone and be like, nobody's helping me defend this. But most people seen it and just didn't comment because they're not trying to get into a big ass argument. 3, this is where we're going to touch on comment sections now that we just talked about that. Conversation split into mini debates. So one post can turn into multiple separate arguments in the replies. So you can scroll, even on threads, I've seen this. You can scroll and you can see 3 different arguments happening under one comment. And it's like, y'all are serious. Y'all feisty. Baby, shit. Y'all find like some motherfucking cats. Lino would be sitting back eating his popcorn watching y'all. Shit, I know I would. People respond without context. Also, replies don't always match the original tone or intention. So someone jumps in halfway and responds like they saw something completely different. Also, what I've noticed, jokes get overextended. A funny comment can be repeated so much that it's not funny anymore. The first time I'm calculating knee slapping, you know what I mean? But after the 20th time in a row, I'm going to sit there and look at you in your face and be like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's not laughing anymore. At this point, I have a fucking headache and you're giving me a stroke. Shut up. Visibility affects behavior. People act differently when they know a lot of people will see their comment. So they make more dramatic statements just to get likes. So those people are called clout chasers. Steer clear. Once you see them do it once, just don't even interact or follow them. Okay, we are on number 4. Jokes evolve over time. So what started as one moment turns into different versions across the entire fandom. A joke changes slightly depending on where you saw it or you see it. So context gets removed. Clips get shortened. Newer fans don't see the full original moment and you only kind of see like the punchline. So you only really see the punchline, not why it was funny. Because some people cut it out and then you're like, damn, why is this not funny to me? And then other people are laughing and you're like, you think it's funny? I don't understand. And people just clip it a certain way so you don't get the joke. People assume you understand. No one explains a joke because it's common knowledge. When you don't get a joke in the fandom, people are like, that's something, you should know that already. If you're a stay, you should know this. And it's like, you referenced it with no explanation. How the fuck am I supposed to know? Let me get a drink break. I'm yapping and my throat is dry. Thank you. But learning can happen passively. You pick things up just being around long enough, and one day you randomly understand a joke without trying. So there have been times where I will literally sit back when I became a stay. I became a stay in January of 2025. So I'm still kind of fairly new, but I literally know most of the discography because I watched from the first video all the way till now. I've seen every clip. I know a lot about Stray Kids. I'm unemployment final boss. I have no life, I have no friends. So that's why I took my time to do that. But I get a lot of the jokes. And if you don't, you will figure it out one day. Something will click and you will understand it. Number 5, there are a lot of fan theories. So patterns get created from a coincidence. Fans connect dots that weren't intentionally supposed to be connected. So there will be like 2 random details that get turned into a whole storyline. And then that can build on to another thing. And one idea leads to another, making it feel more believable. And some people present guesses as facts. So confidence makes theories sound more real than they actually are. And they'll be like, oh, it's confirmed, and it's not. Always fact check. I will say that because some people in STAYVILLE do not do that. And disproven theories still circulate. Even when something is proven wrong, it still spreads like wildfire just because that's how fandoms are, and that's just going to be like that. And you still see people repeating it weeks later. But a lot of these theories that I've been seeing, oh my God, y'all detectives, y'all piece of shit together. I really want this Weeknd and Stray Kids collab, and I'm thinking it's happening. I know it's happening. That's my theory. It's happening, and it better happen because I need the Weeknd and them to ride 'em and suck 'em, lick 'em and fuck 'em, then I duck 'em. I ride 'em and suck 'em, lick 'em and fuck 'em, then I duck 'em. That's how they're gonna be. It's like Red Lights, but the whole group. Right, sorry. Number 6, fan wars and negativity. Energy will escalate quickly within STAYVILLE. A calm disagreement can turn intense in a few replies back and forth. I have seen it personally, and it goes from normal to aggressive in like 2 comments. It is fast. So people argue to be heard. Just remember that. Some just want attention or validation, and they keep replying just to kind of stay in the conversations. And then that's when bystanders join in and others jump in arguments even if they weren't really involved. So now random people are starting to add their opinions, and it's just like a big fucking mumbo jumbo of just people arguing. And that's where I steer clear, babe, because y'all don't want to see me argue because I'm quick to name call. I don't care. I was raised in New York. I will tell you that your ankles are atrociously big, and so is your forehead. So I don't want to hear nothing. I was gonna say some other things, but I don't know. I'm trying to be PG, but I'm trying to be better on here. It really can shift your mood. So yeah, try to steer clear from that. Cause you can open the app excited as hell, and then you can leave feeling drained as shit. Fan conversations, real fan in quotes. Support styles vary, okay? Some stream, some collect, some listen casually. 2 fans support in completely different ways. Effort will get compared. I have people telling me I'm not a real stay because I don't collect the PCs, or I don't get the album, or I don't do this. And it's like, maybe I don't have the money to do that. I'm sorry that you do, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry there's something called bills. I'm sorry that there's something called I stay at home. I really don't have a job, y'all. I be looking, bitch. Damn. Fuck. You know what I mean? So people measure who is doing more, and they compare streaming numbers or purchases, and it's like, girl. And then also their knowledge becomes currency as well, because knowing more is being like, oh my God, I'm so much better than you. And then they start quizzing people on the history of Stray Kids and the facts. That's why I'm always locked and loaded with that shit. That's why you ain't never gonna catch me slacking, bitch. I'm gonna be in here. You know what I mean? I got dates, numbers, what Felix said, what arm he uses to throw a football, what, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't finna catch me slacking. But don't think of that as like, don't compare yourself to other people. Do what you want to do, how you want to talk about your favorite people, how you want to support your favorite people. Labels can be thrown around, and words like fake fan get used way too easily. in STAYVILLE. So someone gets labeled just for not knowing something. 8. Being new, okay? Overload is fast. You are exposed to a lot at once. Stray Kids are nonstop. They move around and do a lot of things all of the time. You will learn names and jokes and history all at the same time. Everything comes fast, okay? Observe more than you speak. So at first you mostly watch instead of participate because you kind of want to catch up, and you read everything, but you do not comment yet because you are a little shy. That is very understandable. Do with that as you will, and take your time. Don't rush into something. You rely on recommendations. Others guide what you watch first. You kind of start with whatever people are kind of suggesting, but your confidence will start to build gradually. Slowly, we'll start to understand and join in and go from confused to actually contributing. So yeah, just kind of all comes at once. And I mean, they never stop. I just seen all of the boys on vacation and I was so happy to see that. They finally got their holiday, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Content pressure, okay? Algorithms push more content, so once you engage, you get flooded with it. Your whole feed becomes related videos, okay? I was on TikTok, and maybe 2 videos of liking Felix, I was drowning in Stray Kids. Like, in a matter of 5 minutes. Was I mad about it? No! Because he's fine and they're gorgeous. All of them are. And I want to see more because it's finger licking good, okay? Yes, you will get flooded very fast if you start liking things. Your algorithm will get you, bitch. They know what you want and they know what you're slacking in life. They know what you need. You need a quick chunk of bicep and they know you need that. Recommendations will stack up. You will save things faster than you watch them, okay? You have a long list of watch later or videos on your TikTok. Feel like you're missing out. Content can feel like you are falling behind. So you see others talking about things that you did not watch, maybe because you skipped it. You just did not see it yet. And then content also becomes a routine. So watching becomes part of your daily habit. So you check for updates without thinking on Twitter, on Instagram. You turn on all notifications because you don't want to miss anything. Because missing a Stray Kids live, for me at least, is equivalent to running out of toilet paper in the bathroom. Like, especially after going number 2. It's scary. I don't want to miss content. I feel like I'm missing a lot if I miss a Stray Kids live. Now, some people will screen record and share it, but some people gatekeep. Anyways, I think this is gonna be the last one because my throat is starting to hurt and I'm already at like 22 minutes. So 10, reaction culture, okay? Some reactions are exaggerated for attention. So people react bigger than they actually feel, and seeing others react strongly influences you. You start to feel more excited from reading comments. Certain moments get overhyped, I think. Small things get treated like huge events. So a small moment can get massive reaction, and quiet reaction are invisible. So not reacting loudly can feel like you are not participating, but you don't always gotta be loud. You can sit and be comfortable and just take them in and just watch them and just feel the comfort of them. You don't have to react. Yeah. That is a couple ways that I think you can survive STAYVILLE. If I gave you some points that were useful, let me know. And if you guys like this video or like this kind of video, also let me know. I'm gonna be doing some more reaction videos, and I also will start posting on here every Monday and Friday. I am not under a certain niche, so it's not gonna be always K-pop, but if you came to this account for K-pop, there will be K-pop videos. I'm not going to just stop them out of nowhere, okay? Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, my lovelies.